Good morning from Chicago, the risk management capital of the world. I'm Alan Knuckman with Trading Advantage with your morning market stir for Friday, August 16th. Well, yesterday, Thursday, we made month lows in the stock indexes across the board. Very much a moving day here in the marketplace. We were down 1.5% in the Dow and the S&P and down 1.75% in the NASDAQ. We saw the S&P finish at 1656 yesterday, down 26. 1682 was the high before it broke through that 1680 support, that pivot point we talked about many times before, and then had a low of 1654. The Dow was down 234, 15,070. 15,061 was the low, so right on the lows. And the NASDAQ was down 52 at 3071. We saw some dollar selling, down 55 at 81.21. Again, the dollar's been trading between 81 and 83 for this whole month. We'll look to see if it can push below that 81 one more time. That pushed the euro up 88 points at 133.49, with 134 above as resistance. Bonds had a sell-off, down 18, 132.02 was the close, but got as low as 131.01, new two-year highs in yield on that 30-year Treasury. Crude oil was up 50 cents, 107.35. 107.87 was a high, 106.60 was a low, so about 120-point range between the high and low in crude, but still holding steady above the 105 level. And lastly, gold was up $27, broke above that 1350 resistance. 1361 was the close. 1369.5 was the high. This is the highest level we've seen in gold since June 15th, 2 months ago. So after the big moving day yesterday, where do the markets stand on this Friday morning to end the trading week? Well, right now we're up a little bit. We're up about a quarter of a percentage point across the board. 1660 in the S&P, up 4 in the E-mini S&P, and 1685 was the closing number, somewhere in that area was the closing number last Friday. So you can see we're still below that on a weekly basis, giving up some points there. Dow futures are up 17 right now. The Nasdaq's up 7 at 3078. 3148 are the 13-year highs made just Tuesday. So you can see how we've had some big, heavy unwinding, technical selling in the tech shares. The dollar index is pretty unchanged right now at 81.25. Again, 83.81 has been the range here. So 81 is a key support level. And the euro's unchanged, 130 down 11 actually, 133.38. Bonds are off at 131.25. The yield on the 30-year Treasury, as I mentioned, has made new two-year highs at 3.81%. That's pushed the yield on the highly watched 10-year note to 2.77. 2.8 is the halfway point of the yield in the last 5 years. So we want to keep an eye on that as a resistance level, see if it can stay below. Crude oil's pretty unchanged right now, 107.17. 108.93 is the recent high that we'll want to keep an eye on. Again, those are 16-month, year-and-a-half highs in crude oil. And gold keeps moving along, up another 2, 1363 as it stands right now in gold. It's broken out above that 1350. 1400 is the next target in the gold market on the upside. So to wrap up the current action, 2 hours ago before the cash stock market opened, we're getting some recovery after the big sell-off yesterday, down 1.5%. We're up about a quarter of a percent right now at 1660 in the E-mini S&P and up 17 in the Dow futures. I will see you early Monday morning here for the Morning Market Stir to set up your trading day. Alan Knuckman from Trading Advantage here at the CME Group, where it all comes back to commodities.